Hello everybody. Today's field is rubrics and why we need them and what's their practical value at the very beginning of our work and planning for Unit 1 Section A. As you remember, we have two source material texts and the people speaking in them. These may be authors and some personas. These may be only speakers or writers. So it really depends on what we have. We're going to take a look at some examples. I've used and I've watched one of the Pearson's online seminars to get this material and to highlight the main points for you. I'm going to leave the link to that seminar in the description. So long story short, the main purpose of rubrics, this is the bold type section like this, which is given right before the source material text. Here we have text B. We need it to not only build up a picture about the speaker or writer or both, but we also need it to cover one of the main aspects in the unit and in one of the assessment objectives, which is personal identity. So rubrics, as was said in one of the previous videos, by the way, are important to define the general, the most basic picture about the speaker or writer and some context as well. So we're focusing on the personal identity because the Edexcel suggestion is that we use this information, use these rubrics for our introductory section. So it's worthy to start with what is identity. So according to the Oxford English Dictionary online version, identity is the sameness of a person or a thing at the times or in all circumstances, the condition or fact that a person or thing is itself and not something else, individuality, personality. So this is something that really remains constant, and it is a set of characteristics. The suggested characteristics are as follows. So these are the ones that we might need to consider. We may understand some of them more clearly. So sometimes it's not really everything that we see, and it's all right. So the suggested ones are as follows: age, gender, ethnicity, sociocultural concepts such as class, status, power, position, personal ideologies and beliefs, personal interest. And there are more things to complete the list. But these are the most general ones, usually seen at the very beginning. So in order to try and make practical use of this, let's take a look at this example taken from text B source material. This is the session of June 2024. You may want to pause the video to take a quick look at this rubrics. Is rubrics always plural, by the way? Good question. So here we got a speaker. Her name is Kelly Nascimento, and there is the information about her. And according to the Edexcel's presentation, we can figure out the following characteristics having read about her at the very beginning. So some of them are told directly, Some of them are implied, which is pragmatics, implication, behind the word, not really stated, but implied out of what is being said. So, she is adult, she is female, a woman, a public speaker and a documentary maker, Brazilian, the eldest daughter of a world-renowned sports person, now deceased, Mr. Pillay, president of her own foundation, committed to initiatives achieving global unity and equality, some global issue in here, interested in stories, perhaps specifically relating to women's experience, perhaps is the main word here. The rubrics for these texts are very carefully drafted to help candidates contextualize their answers, which is the comment not really related to the identity, but it says that the given rubrics are always aimed at helping you, which means that they provide us with a lot of information about both the context and the speaker's identity features. So I suggest that we take a look together at another rubric. So you may want to pause it for a little bit. Here we have text A source material taken from June 20 and 23 past paper. And we've got the name Marcus Rashford. Right from the beginning we see that he is a professional footballer. So it is a part of a letter to the UK government published on Twitter. I haven't, by the way, used it, but he uses his social networks, I believe. And there are some other things UK mentioned. So, example number 2 about Marcus Rashford. Very briefly, we have identified that he's an adult, a male, professional footballer, probably British, concerned with children's well-being, because the main field is about food for children, and committed to ask the government to reconsider its decision on food vouchers that were online during the COVID days. And this information should really help us to make a very good introduction. Please remember that we've got 2 texts and we need to use both speakers' identities features in our introduction, which means that we quickly run through both rubrics. Usually they may be different. In one, say there is one speaker, and in another we have a magazine article with the writer and so on, which gives us more context rather than identity. But there is always something, and this is the something we will definitely need in our introduction. I hope this one's been useful, and I'll see you in the next one, where hopefully we will speak about those introductions and how we can make use of these identity features. Goodbye.